nutrition, and I'm making the most nutritious chicken stock possible. So our ingredients today are as follows. We have 1 organic whole chicken. We've got some organic celery. We've got some organic unpeeled carrots, 1 whole onion, some garlic. We'll probably use about 3 to 4 cloves, a small handful of black peppercorns, some unrefined sea salt like pink Himalayan, some bay leaf, and some sea vegetables. Are one of the most potent and nutritionally dense foods that are available to us on the planet, so we're definitely putting that in there.
Okay, now we're gonna add the
So
ingredients.
in goes our chicken. We're just going to quarter our onion. We don't need to peel it. We want all the nutrients in that onion. We're not gonna peel our carrot either. We're just gonna break it in half, throw it in there. Same with the celery, just throw it in there. We're just gonna smashy our garlic cloves. Throw them in there, paper and all. We're going to add a small handful of black pepper, pink Himalayan sea salt, and 1 piece of kombu. Again, these are sea vegetables that are absolutely loaded, very, very potent concentration of minerals and nutrients from the sea. There's lots of different sea vegetables. Kombu is one of them. I like it because it's nice and long and flat like this, so you can just drop it right in there. And then goes in filtered or purified water. You just want to cover the bird and the vegetables. And in goes your bay leaf.
The last ingredient we're gonna add is apple cider vinegar. This is a must if you want a really gelatinous broth. The reason why this is so great is because the vinegar will actually help pull the calcium out of the bones and deposit it into the broth, which is what we drink. So it's definitely something that we want to do.
Okay, so now we're going to turn this on high. We're gonna wanna bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna reduce the heat down to medium, and we're gonna simmer it for about 40 minutes. Our stock is definitely boiling, so we're gonna turn it down to medium.
Okay, it's been about 40 minutes, but we don't want to overcook the chicken, so we're gonna take the chicken out.
And move him directly onto a cutting board. At this point, what I'm gonna do is basically take the meat off of this chicken. We don't want to overcook the chicken. We just want to cook the chicken enough so we have a nice, tender, juicy, poached meat. If I want to cool the bird down a lot faster, I'm gonna take a big knife and just cut open the whole cavity so he'll cool. In about 15 minutes, he'll be cool enough to handle. I'm gonna pull the meat off of these bones and then put the bones back into the pot to continue cooking so we can get all of this collagen and marrow out of the carcass as much as we possibly can. That is the life essence of the bird. That's what we really, really want to get in our stock. So the chicken is cool, and I have separated its hard parts or its bones, its tendons and things from the meat. This meat is going to be great for casseroles, soups, salads throughout the week. You can stick it in the freezer and pull it out on a rainy day. And I've also separated the skin off. If you didn't separate the skin off when the bird was raw, then now's the time to do that. That's over here. So basically what we're gonna do is just add the bones back to the stock. So here's a trick that's entirely optional. You don't have to do this. This is just to get more of the marrow out of the bones. This is the best part of the animal that we really want to incorporate into our stock. And to get that back into our water, into the stock water, we're gonna take something like a meat cleaver like this and a bone, and you just wanna kind of hit that little bone, and you see inside of that is that red part in there is marrow. That's the good stuff. So that can go back into the stock like that, but you don't have to bust them. You can just give them a nice little crack and then throw them back in there. That's all you need to do. So then the rest of this just goes back into the water, covered for another hour to 12 hours. Sometimes I'll leave my stock to cook overnight.
and turn off the heat and let it come completely down to room temperature before we strain it and store it in 1 quart freezer bags.